All right, so good day, welcome from anywhere you're seeing this video. So this is a video for the in the mind of a designer that we're not able to do the other day. So I'm just gonna go over all of the things that we were supposed to talk about in the class, right? So in this video, we're going to be looking at some few things from defining design, talking about principles, how design works, how designers think, ideation, creativity, and all of the things that are related to design generally. So I wanted to prepare your mind to be wowed in this video. Thank you so much. I see you in the video. Now, we're starting with a question: what is design? And I don't know if you've asked yourself before, what makes design different from art? What make it different from painting? What make it different from sculpting? What make it different from other forms of art that you may have seen out there? I mean, most times many people define design to be something that they do on Photoshop or something that they do on Adobe Illustrator. Some people think it's something they do on Figma and all of that. But I just wanted to let you understand that design is way bigger than that. When you hear the word design, design means that it is created. Design means created. And design is actually something that is created to fit. That's the full meaning of design. Design means created to fit. It means that it is created for a purpose. It is created to address an issue. It is created to solve a problem, right? So design is that broad view makes design bigger than just logo, flyer, whatever that you're making. When you look at cars, when you look at aeroplanes, when you look at mobile phones, when you look at air conditions, when you look at refrigerators, when you look at washing machine, name it, everything is design. The way the different parts of it are created so that they can actually carry out the functions that they were created for. That is what design means. It means that the steering of a car is designed in such a way that it can be grabbed and it can be rotated to maneuver the road and focus on anywhere that you want to go. And from motor gear to anything, just name it. Recently there was this product that Honda did that can make their cars drive diagonally. That is design. That is design. They're trying to solve problem of parking, and you don't have to go all the way and turn, move back. Just your car can just park by driving sideways. That is design. So design is broad. Is broad. It is in our day-to-day life. Almost everything that we interact with every day is design. From our mobile phone to our shoes. Yes, to our shoes, to our clothes, to our wristwatches. Some people like these iPhone iPhone smartwatches, the way they are created, the way they are made, where you can maneuver between them and your phone. Even this microphone that I'm using, everything is designed. The way the clip is being placed so that it can actually capture your sound, earpods, to the littlest of everything that we relate with in our everyday life is designed. Everything is designed. So that is the first thing that I want you to understand as you navigate design, as you navigate the world and everything that is around you. Okay, so right now we're going to be talking about some basic principles of design. You see, when you study design in all of its various aspects, there are some basic principles that works across all different areas. And I'm going to be mentioning some of these principles. The first one I'm going to mention is balance. Balance is what makes design appealing to us. Balance is what connects us with the design. Balance is what does not make that does not make a design get on our nerves. When we look at the design and we just look at the different structures, different part of it, the way it is carved out, and everything just seems to rhyme together. Everything just seems to be in a rhythmic manner. Balance is what makes that happen in all design. When you look at it, when you look at visual design, most of the time, when you look at cars, I like to use cars a lot because I like the way new cars are being designed, and it is just so amazing, so amazing. So another one is alignment. Alignment is very important in your visual design. The way you write things, the way you place them, the way you make them visually appealing, whether you are putting them on a surface or you are putting them in a design, whether you are printing them or you are not printing them. Alignment is very important. There is left alignment, center alignment, right alignment, top, bottom, and different type of distributions. So another one is visual hierarchy. Visual hierarchy is how you place things based in the order of how important they are. The biggest thing catches people attention first because that is the most important thing, then to the next biggest thing, then to the next biggest thing, then to the next biggest thing. When you look at almost anything, it's usually designed that way. When you look at let's say a pressing iron, for instance, or let's say a toasting machine, for instance, when you look at the caution aspect of it, they're going to write caution in a very big text because they want you to look at it, or let's say instruction, they want you to look at it first, then that guides you to read the next thing, and to the next thing. It's all about psychology. So the next one is contrast. Contrast is very important in design. There's contrast in shape, contrast in sizes, contrast in color. Contrast simply means oppositing elements, how things are way different from each other, because that is exactly how we see. Contrast helps us distinguish things from the surrounding area. Recently, some reports were given about Tesla EVs that the fonts are too small for some road safety guidelines. So they had to take those cars in and remake them and increase the font size. That's what contrast is. Contrast is what makes things distinguishable from their surrounding environment. Very important. So the next one is proximity. Proximity is another very, very important principle in design. Proximity means using things that are related to each other in your design. For example, whenever you see people design maybe horn put in a car, they put something like trumpet there, you know, maybe you want to make a design for a business setting, you use somebody that dress corporate, somebody in suit. When you want to make something lively, you use vibrant youth, using something that supports your message majorly. That's what proximity actually means. Now, talking about how design operates is very, very important for you as a designer. Whatever it is that you are designing must be usable. Design must be usable. Very important, because there is no point using it. There's no point designing it in the first place if design is not usable. So the first thing you must consider is design must be usable. Design must be visually appealing. Yes, it is important that you note that your design must appeal to the audience, to the people that want to use it. It must be visually appealing. Design must solve a problem. Whatever it is you are designing must exactly solve the problem that you want it to solve. So whether you are a designer, whether you are an innovator, anything that you are, in as much as you be using design, in as much as you be creating, in as much as you will be making, it is very important that you understand that your design must solve a problem. So no matter the aesthetic that you put into it, the problem, it must not lose its essence. The real essence is to solve a problem, and you must keep that in mind as you design. Now, this is what designers do. Designers are creative people. Almost every designer are creative people. And one very important thing about designers is that designers find the balance between a solution and aesthetic. It is very important that you know that as you design, you must find a balance between a solution and aesthetics. The part of aesthetic in your design must not overshadow the part of a solution in your design, as that might become a problem for the usability rating of your design, or the way your design can be used. There is no point in making a very good design and it is not solving the problem for which it is created for. And there is no point making a design that solves a problem but is not visually appealing. Whatever problem it is that you are solving, people want to see something that they like first. When they like it first, then you have increased their chances of using it. It must start from a place of liking. That is why aesthetic is an important aspect of design. Then using is the next thing in line. When you look at winged cars, when you look at fast cars, when you look at aesthetically visually appealing cars, when you see that, the first thing that you first notice is that those cars, I like using cars a lot. I'm a designer, so I like to use car a lot. You know, you just love it. That's aesthetic. Now, when you get into it, now you begin to exploit functions. You begin to see its speed, its power, battery power, different aspects of it. But it all begin from you liking it. Then when people like it, there is every chance that they will use it. So you must understand that as a designer, your work is to find the balance between aesthetics and solution. And this is where the usage of your principles come to play. And one thing that designers use is theories. You know, there is theories for almost every element that is being used in design, from shape to typography to color. You know, I won't go into in depth in this video, but I would encourage you to go online, look at theories that are revolved around colors, around shape, around typography, and that will be a pointer, that will be something that will help you as you use aesthetics in your design, because all of these elements are being researched on, and there is a way that the psychology that revolves around these elements um, have influence on people, on the chances of people using your design. You know, there is psychology around color, there is psychology around typography, there is psychology around shapes. When you understand all of these, it lets you understand how people will interpret your design, how people will interpret your message, and increases the chances of them using your design. You know, for example, red, danger, passion, love, name it, different thing. Typography, maybe like serif, sans serif, and shape, maybe like curved shape, um, edgy shape, curved shape, and all of those things. They have psychologies that revolve around them, and it is the usage of all of these things that relates, that brings your design into life and increases the chances of people actually using them. Imagine vintage cars and there's like, let's say maybe like a script font on it. I mean, it's weird, it's hard. But imagine vintage car with serif fonts. I mean, that's like super works together. So you must understand and find the balance between aesthetics and solution. And finding the balance between aesthetics is you understanding the psychologies that revolve around the elements that you use on your design. When you understand them and you use them in agreement with all of the principles of design, that is what makes your design to be visually appealing. And when your design is visually appealing, you increase the chances of people actually using them. It is very important. Now, creativity is a very important aspect of design. It is one aspect that cannot be trivialized or watered down. It is absolutely important in your design journey. And how you become creative is having a wide range of relevance, having a wide span of interest. As a creative, you know everything about everything. Even if you are not using them, it is very important that you have an idea of things. When you look at people like Leonardo da Vinci, is an is an is an artist, is everything, is almost everything. I mean, look at the Mona Lisa work. That's like mind blowing. That's what creativity really is about. Having a wide range of relevance and a wide span of interest is very important, because there is something important about creativity, and it is that you can see connection in unrelated things. You can see a relationship between things that people do not term as related before. So it is important that you have an idea of this and you have an idea of that. And when you carefully analyze and look at it, you see a way of relating the two together. That is how people create, that is how people make designs that are astonishing. So it is important that you find that juice, that very creative juice. It is so important. This is what goes on in the mind of a designer when something is being placed before a designer. Now, what designers do is they carefully look at anything that is placed right before them, and they look at something that they possibly have seen somewhere else, and look at a way it all connects. Look at the way it all relates. There is a simple principle, and that is the golden thread principle. The golden thread principle is such that everything is connected. Literally everything in this world is connected. And we can see all of these things play out from fintech, that's finance and technology, biotech, biology and technology. We see all of these things connected now. And that's to the littlest, to the smallest thing. So designers narrows things down and look for a way to connect things together. That is the biggest thing that you would ever have as a designer. Looking for ways to connect things together, two unrelated things, bringing them together. That is amazing for you as a designer. And this is why for many people, whenever they are designing, they like to do mind mapping. Mind mapping is very important because mind mapping allows you to first look at every related things about a concept, about a design, about a company, about anything. You look at everything that is related. Then you look at everything that is unrelated. Then you look at things that you can relate together. That is how amazing logo comes to life. Have you wondered what was going through the mind of Nike designer? Or look at ChatGPT logo. Have you imagined what could be going on in their mind? Have you looked at Twitter X logo? What could be going on in the mind of the designer? It is all of these things that designers work on, see a connection between them and relate them together. It is your creative juice, very important in your design. Okay, thank you so much for watching this video with me. I believe it has been very enlightening for you, and I believe that you have learned a lot in this video. So I like to see your comments in the comment section below. Please ensure to comment below and share your thoughts with me. Share with me what you have learned from this video, and I believe you have learned a lot from this video. So I'm going to see you some other time. Thank you so much for watching.